I'm making a video response to my own video. Alright, so my first question was to myself, what is your favorite book? My favorite book is Order of the Phoenix. What I really like about it isn't necessarily the content. I mean, it's very dark, it's very depressing, it's very... the cover is dark blue, and the entire book feels dark blue, if that makes any sense at all. It's very melancholy, and caps lock Harry, yeah, I know. Order of the Phoenix is when things finally started coming together. Yes, we got Umbridge, but out of Umbridge we got the DA. People finally... Harry became a leader. Harry started... Okay, when I was at Prophecy, Steve Van Doren gave this fantastic presentation where he talked about how Harry spent the first 4 books becoming the wrong hero. And it was only in Order of the Phoenix, when everything was taken away from him, that he became the man that he needed to become in order to fight Voldemort. And I really agree with that. And in Order of the Phoenix, we see people in the Order, people in the DA, taking matters into their own hands and realizing that they themselves can make a difference. Neville started coming to his own in Order of the Phoenix. We met Luna in Order of the Phoenix. Ginny started coming into her own. We got the entire supplementary trio in Order of the Phoenix, which I love them. They're all fantastic. What else about Order of the Phoenix do I love? Snape's worst memory is in Order of the Phoenix, and that's, the first clue into the elusive potions master and how his brain works, and that's fascinating. The whole thing with the Ministry and the parting of the ways in Book 4 was when we got it, but at the end of Book 4 it didn't really sink in that the parting of the ways was really going to happen. And then there was, 3 years between the books? And then this Order of the Phoenix is what she came back with after 3 years of absence, and it's a dark book to come back with, and it's verifying all the things that we were scared of most. They all came true in Order of the Phoenix. Voldemort was back and no one believed it. And that was terrifying, but it made it such a good book. And this book really convinced me that Harry Potter wasn't just, okay. In the other books there was darkness. I almost stopped reading the series during Chamber of Secrets because I was young and the basilisk scared me. And at the ending of Goblet of Fire, we had the battle between Harry and Voldemort. These were scary. But Order of the Phoenix was serious in a way that the previous books hadn't been. And it made me serious. So that's why I love Order of the Phoenix. I've rambled a lot. Next question. Who's my favorite character? My favorite character is Ginny Weasley, because she is badass. And I realize that that's kind of a weird reason for someone to be your favorite character, but she's just so tenacious and vivacious and other words that end in shus, and she came to that out of a place of vulnerableness and insecurity. What happened in Chamber of Secrets to Ginny Weasley is not a laughing matter. Her life was just... She poured her heart and soul into this book, and it almost destroyed her. Okay, we've all had that bad relationship with that one guy, and no matter how much we pour our love into the relationship, it's never going to work. That happened to Ginny when she was 11 years old. She was coerced by probably the most manipulative and evil person to ever live. And she came back from that. And not just to be a functioning human being, to be the one person who would stand up to Harry when he was being a jerk. I know I can pinpoint the exact scene where Ginny became my favorite character, and I'm going to read it to you because I can. And it's my video response. Okay, we are in Order of the Phoenix. Starts on page 499 in the American version. They've just gotten back from the closed ward during Christmas. After, they've revealed, Harry saw everything from the point of view of the snake, and Harry thinks he's being possessed, and he's being all emo and caps lock. Alright. Yeah, growled Harry, his hands deep in his pockets as he watched the snow now falling thickly outside. All been talking about me, have you? Well, I'm getting used to it. We wanted to talk to you, Harry, said Ginny, but seeing as you've been hiding ever since we got back... I didn't want anyone to talk to me, said Harry, who was feeling more and more nettled. Well, that's a bit stupid of you, said Ginny angrily, seeing as you don't know anyone but me who's been possessed by you-know-who, and I can tell you how it feels. Harry remained quite still as the impact of these words hit him. Then he wheeled around. "I forgot," he said. "Lucky you," said Ginny coolly. How badass is that? I mean, he forgot. He forgot! How can you... He's a jerk. Harry's a jerk. Screw Harry. But yeah, that's when Ginny became my favorite character. In Order of the Phoenix, everyone else refused to get Harry angry, was tiptoeing on eggshells around him because he was, you know, caps lock, ticking time bomb, whatever. She stood up to him. She gave him what for when he was acting like a jackass, which he was. So, good on you, Ginny Weasley. You are my favorite character. My biggest laugh and my biggest cry both came in the most recent book, Deathly Hallows, because it was just an emotional roller coaster. It was crazy. So my biggest laugh came in the middle of the Weasley wedding. And, okay, I've had a lot of laughs over the series, but this one really stood out for me because what I thought was going to make me laugh did, but what was even better was what came after it. So, I am on page 150 in my American version of Deathly Hallows, and it's in the middle of the Weasley wedding between Bill and Fleur, and, yeah, it has to do with my favorite character. "This girl is very nice looking," Krum said, recalling Harry to his surroundings. Krum was pointing at Ginny, who had just joined Luna. "She is also a relative of yours?" "Yeah," said Harry, suddenly irritated, "and she's seeing someone. Jealous type, big bloke, you wouldn't want to cross him." Krum grunted. "What," he said, draining his goblet and getting to his feet again, "is the point of being an international Quidditch player if all the good-looking girls are taken?" I'm sorry, but, like, I never expected that of Viktor Krum. And, you know, Harry being silly and jealous and adorable is silly and jealous and adorable. But, I don't know, Viktor Krum out of nowhere just made me grin hugely, and I can't even, like, read it without grinning like an idiot. Look at that. Okay. Hardest cry. This was also, as I said, in Deathly Hallows. After Harry has come back from Snape's memories, and he realizes that he's going to die, and he's about to make his death march out to the woods. The entire thing is really sad. Like, from the second he gets out of the pensive to when he meets his parents and he asks them, does it hurt to die, I was bawling. But this one paragraph really got me. It's on page 692 in my American version. "Slowly, very slowly, he sat up, and as he did so, he felt more alive and more aware of his own living body than ever before. Why had he never appreciated what a miracle he was? Brain and nerve and pounding heart, it would all be gone. Or at least, he would be gone from it. His breath came slow and deep, and his mouth and throat were completely dry, but so were his eyes. And I just wanted to give him a hug and tell him everything would be okay, and just, Harry, I don't know, it really got me. So as for the fifth random miscellaneous question, if you couldn't tell, I'm a huge Harry-Ginny shipper, have been for years and years. I just think that they work together in a really great way. Ron and Hermione too, but I mean, I used to be very big into Ron and Hermione, but I don't know. They go together, but it's a different kind of dynamic. Why am I rambling? The biggest theory I had turned out to be true. It was just about how there was some argument over here in Princeton about whether or not Nagini really could be a Horcrux because she was a living being. And so I was talking about how in essence divided, and why would Harry see through the snake's eyes and not Voldemort's eyes in Order of the Phoenix unless the snake was also a Horcrux, and therefore Harry was also a Horcrux, but I couldn't bring myself to make that connection. I didn't really plan an answer for my miscellaneous question because I kind of just decided to make it. Those are my answers to my questions, and I hope you guys found them utterly fascinating, or at least not completely boring. And I can't wait to see what the rest of you guys say.